Aye. Any Taldan can own property, title, or promotion, or marriage can give them that, even appointment. But the law of primogeniture dictates that only men can inherit, both demonstrating and perpetuating Taldor's inequities. While many of these reformers are trying to escape these attitudes, the Emperor's own daughter, Princess Eutropa included, Taldor as a whole resists this change, even if it's for the better. As a matter of principle, the old ways forged this empire and conquered a hostile world after all. Why shouldn't it work now?
Hello, everyone, and welcome to another exciting edition of Dice Before Dishonor. When last we left our party, we were a little split up. I believe Sir Winston was finally getting down to using the Athletic Champion trait that he picked in the player's handbook, and that trait gave him a certain mission from Lady Lothide, and he was running around delivering missives, if I'm not mistaken.
You are not mistaken.
Meanwhile, trafficking in and out of the room, I believe Lord Gildevarth, Leon the Samurai, had said a short goodbye to Sir Bartholomew Dunaldagan, who rode off into the sunset cutscenes, and now the gentlemen were just waiting for Father Zubari, a visiting NPC cleric of Adabar, who was joining them shortly with Lord Boltus. Boltus left the room, and I believe Father Zubari was just finishing healing up for fall, and the gentlemen were just sort of loitering in the doorway. Am I correct?
Sounds about right.
Sounds about right. So picking the scene up from there, falling down out of the sky in the world of Galorian, ladies and gentlemen, into the Inner Sea region. To the top right corner of said Inner Sea region, we find the wonderful country of Taldor, the rise and fall of Rome, the decadent France, and here we are in the main capital of Opara, where Lord Varth, worship is not illegal, but still shunned, and you can find yourself tomatoed at any time. Random encounters pending for your, shall we say, outing of your true faith beliefs of Saren Ray. But we've talked about that quite a bit, so we'll skip over it once again. Now the scene falls upon the Senate, the gala. It is the night of exaltation. We wait in trepidation for who will be revealed, who will rise his stature from the common man to nobility. Amongst the hustle and bustle of partygoers, crowds, backstage deals, all kinds of things going. The kitchen is bustling, the Senate is bustling, the courtyard full of petting zoo. I mean, who brings a petting zoo to a party? Is bustling. And I believe Sir Winston kind of got trapped in there.
Yep. But I did get out.
Yep, he got it. You find Gloriana.
Yep.
Marilla. And as I realize I do not have the adventure in front of me. Clickety click. Oh, it's been a night of mishaps and whoop-haps and all of that.
Aren't they all though, Jeff?
Every time, every night.
Every time.
Every time. We're running a bit late tonight, but no, it's fine. It's fine. We got this. We can do this. I believe Lady Gorilla Marilla took your missive, and again, you're sort of tapping a foot, waiting a few moments to get a response.
Okay.
Now, when you get going here, sort of waiting around, okay?
Yep.
A tall, and I do mean tall, 6'2" woman with flowing sandy blonde hair, wearing what can only be a form-fitting, high-quality masterwork breastplate in full Cavalier style, denoting a tabard, which has the symbol of her order, and the woman has an ethereal grace and otherworldly presence as she cuts through the crowd elegantly but determinedly, like a Sir Bartholomew that you know that just went the other way. May I have a knowledge nobility roll, please?
Sure can. Oops. 6.
Aha! Posture. I don't know where she got that expensive stuff, but you can just tell there's something wrong here. And off she goes. You wait for Lady Gloriana Morilla as she painstakingly reads, holds up, starts squeezing lemon juice and holding it up to a flame. You don't know what the heck she's doing with this letter. Huh. I don't know if you guys had the spies kids check, right? It's like, oh yeah, here we go, this and blah, 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 right? But your mission continues. Now, when you get the sealed letter you gave to Count Olardo, he was in the archives. Then you waited, follow up, Junior Dao in the gallery, right? But you told Buddy to hold you there, so that was where you're supposed to go next before you track down Morelia. So do we actually get you into the archives or no?
No, I went to Marilla first.
Okay.
And just asked Frank to
hold him there.
Hold him there, yeah.
Yeah, the Postal Service is what it is, right? You get your package when you get your package. Anyway.
Who's the next message for? Like,
both Lady Marilla, okay, and
or Lady Lothide, you mean? Because I'm with Marilla now.
Right, because you had to go to Lothide and bring her a message, so you're dropping off.
Right.
And while she has you, she asks you to run message both back to Martella,
okay,
responding, and wants you to go find Duke Sentimus in the archives. But lucky for you, that's back along the way you were going.
Yep.
So you got to go upstairs to the gallery.
Yep.
To Lothide, come all the way back, and head down.
Would you like some rolls?
I want to spam that combat maneuver bonus or escape artist to see how you're doing and how long you were held up. And while that's going on, the scene floats to Junior Dao, for some reason being held up by Lord Gildervarth, and the cleric Zubari is healing Fafal, just finishing up there. That's a lot of dice rolling. You may stop now. You may stop there. Give me the first two.
A 17 and a 10.
You get up to the gallery, you wait on him, and you're on your way back. Some time goes by. Let me get back to you.
Okay.
Lord Varth, Leon, you're waiting on your cleric to kind of finish up.
So I'm just keeping Senator Dowd there and kind of put. So I'll try to slow him down. Junior Senator, are you injured? Perhaps this goodly cleric here, Zubari, can heal you. If so.
Thank you, my lord. I don't think I could afford his services, but no, I'm fine. I'm just a little rattled. I'm good. I must attend to my duties. And he tries to.
Please, a moment longer, and I'll rest.
Cast Cure Light Wounds regardless.
Okay. Now, you just finished up, and I believe you had like an ace roll on Fafal. You got like 8 with your plus was 9, right?
Yeah.
And hearing Lord Varth, loudly proclaim, trying to stall Junior Senator Dow, right? He turns, and Zubari just kind of rises up beside him. Whoop! And just start praying, slap the, He's got his head down, one hand, shoulder healing, right? The other hand, his wrist is pinning a receipt to the man's back, and he's already writing it out.
Yep.
With a bill.
Little book goes away.
When suddenly all heads turn to the doorway, when a tall, 6'2", sandy blonde, red-haired woman in masterwork agile breastplate armor, wearing the denotations of a Cavalier order, sternly calls upon Father Zubari in a huff.
There you are, Father Zubari.
Yes, you seem to have found me again. Again, I'm still looking for another door that's not busy.
Crossing the distance in a few short strides is Father Zubari, towering over him, looking stern but speaking softly.
Oh, welcome, my dear. You are a sight to see.
Could have greeted Zubari as well.
My name is Fafal. It is a pleasure to meet you, my dear.
Yeah, it was not such a pleasure when you saw Zubari.
My good gentleman, I am sorry, but I was preoccupied with terrible bruised ribs due to that.
Yes. I'm still looking for another door.
With a 22 knowledge nobility, do I recognize her?
Yes, actually. Lord Varth.
Yes.
Or I should say, gentlemen, knowledge nobility all around.
That would
26.
be a 7.
Who is this imposter? You and Winston. I have no idea. Who else? Anyone? Fafal?
Fafal got 26.
Fafal. Lord Samish. You believe you could very well be in the presence of another Cavalier. A lady adopted into Count Zespire's family. The adopted daughter, because she is an Azamar. Zespire, who Winston recently met, a count that's into boating, and Casimir, known as the Iron Gar, is a count over on the west side. This is his adopted niece. If you want to rank technically, she would be on par with Leon, if not slightly above, because they love Azamars and adopted in, as opposed to loving countrymen from the other side of the world being adopted in. But Lord Varth outranks her, but you could say she's on par as a young lady or lord with Leon, and of course definitely outranks Bartholomew and everybody else here.
Definitely Fafal. Fafal is swinging way outside his batting zone.
That's all right. Cast a wide net, Fafal. You never know what you catch. Anyway, with the back and forth with Fafal and Zubari talking about greetings, and while you guys are trying to figure out who she is, the woman just seems a little flabbergasted, politely waiting to talk, but really trying to get Zubari's attention, and the head goes back and forth that she's following, trying to take all of you all in at once. Ladies Espire, now that you've been identified, this is Lady
Julissa.
Lady Julissa's Espire.
Yes.
And would you describe yourself properly?
Describe myself properly.
Yes.
You did a very good job doing it.
Did I miss anything? 6'2", flashing eyes, sandy blonde
Sandy
red
blonde
hair.
hair, green eyes.
Definitely on any other model picture, it looks like her name could be Cindy.
I look like this.
Yeah, it looks like Cindy Crawford. Can't see the picture of the podcast, though. So, special thanks to executive producer Cheryl Ball for doing a cameo today alongside Rob Hammond, also just continuing his cameo as the Acolyte Cleric Zubari. So, as you were, lady and gentlemen.
Well met, gentlemen.
I'll turn and look at her, address her, showing that I've kind of recognized her. Lady Zespire, what brings you to these halls? Surely it can't be Zubari. What else?
Can I have a second knowledge nobility check, gentlemen? I'm assuming it would be knowledge nobility to recognize the order, Cavalier order, her tabard that she wears.
I got nothing.
Knowledge nobility 17.
Okay.
Knowledge nobility 19.
Leon Fafal, she wears the standard on her tabard for the Order of the Star. They are known to protect clergy. So you have visiting clergy from the Moagi Expanse, for example, or clerics and acolytes doing the pilgrimage to see the church, the Bastille of the Last Man, right here in Opera. She would be a military guardian for these people in and out. But there's more. Not only is she a cavalier, the reason that she's here at a gala guarding and not like when they actually travel the roads is because of her archetype, which is the courtly knight. A cavalier that is just at home at court as she is on the battlefield. Ladies Espire.
Yes.
Acolyte Zubari has made some new friends, and it looks like he is following suit to his god and overcharging for healing services with some kind of mishap went back here. There are several men lying about the floor, like there was some sort of impromptu brawl, some broken furniture, you see. And can I have a knowledge nobility roll from you, please?
From me?
Yep.
Okay. 14.
14. The man seems familiar. You definitely know the crest that he wears, the family crest of the Gildervarth family. You know he's a lord, and you know what family belongs to. But which member of the family, which brother, the senior lord, and, the relation, blah, 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 it's kind of lost on you.
Okay.
But you do know you're talking to a fellow lord, one that probably outranks you, and which family he belongs to. Anyway, he's addressing you.
I'll say, Lady Zespire, what brings you to this far-off corner of the mansions?
Lord Varth, I would assume, being Order of the Star, she's at the moment here for the good father.
Yes, my lord. I'm sorry for intruding, but I do need to take Father's Espire.
I'll turn to Father.
I thought you'd come for Zubari.
Zubari.
Zespire is you.
Oh my god. There's too many Z's in this name.
You picked
This
it.
game.
We read through every name, and you picked this one.
I just kind of shrug my shoulders because I've been sneaking away from her every chance I get.
Yeah, okay. So,
Like I
Leon.
look for somebody who needs medical help near a doorway. That's what I'm doing right now.
Oh, yeah. No, taking a knee, nodding, smiling. They're looking at you, and he waits for it, and then there's just that gets up, and it's heading to the door, and Leon points him out. Why isn't it obvious? He's here for some party. You just freeze in place. Ladies Espire, your prey's getting away. He's slipping away.
I'll turn as the good priest tries to slip free. What? Leaving our company so soon?
Zubari never leaves your pleasant company. People need help. And I've been down to help somebody.
Yeah, your pleasant coin purse.
The doors.
Yep.
Although you are doing great work here, sir, I do need you to come with me.
Of course, my lady. I'll get up. I mean, I'm not going to be mean about it. I'll get up and start to follow her.
Okay.
Bow to the Lord. Well met, everyone.
If you do need my help,
lord.
I do give group rates.
pointing to the party. That's all
By the way, I do need time to write down their names as everyone
Yep.
I've introduced before I
Sure.
go. The way it goes.
A campaign to get back.
Well,
to.
is anybody like on the verge of death here,
I took care of that earlier. I made sure nobody was going to die.
Okay, so everybody's stable.
Yeah. Well, turn to him because you wouldn't know, right?
So everybody here is stable, right?
Of course.
Excellent.
Oh, my dear, my heart. It stopped when you walked in. Please help me.
A brightly colored blue and turquoise skinned man, the self, starts swooning towards you. Can I have a knowledge trouble roll? I mean, a knowledge local roll. I mean, a knowledge man-whore roll. No.
I think I had it right on that second knowledge.
Knowledge local. Yeah, knowledge local. Knowledge ability, knowledge local from you. She just,
I believe he is a 5th level man-whore.
yeah. You imagine the Azamar standing over you, looking at you, and just like making dice rolling motions and looking back and looking confused, and then making another dice rolling motion. Like, who are you?
Local? 23.
He's not from around here. Taldor, go across the sea. You have the Kelishite Empire, Land of the Genies. That's probably where his origins are, you know. But he's not Kadarian, technically, though he's usually like his people are lumped in with him. Technically, he's not the enemy, as so many people assume. You know, we have issues that everyone has their personal issues about the Church of Arden, which has a dead god, the rulership of Sarenrae, which is coming back, you know, all these different things. But like you said, you know, you and Zubari have got to get back to the Count, your uncle.
On that note, I must apologize, my lord, my lady, but I must depart.
Okay. Can I have another knowledge ability check from you, ladies Aspire, as another man sort of steps up and sort of makes his presence known? Can't help but look him over. While we're waiting on that, Winston, you managed to get down the stairs, moving around to your next missive. What were your next two rolls?
Oh, I have to scroll way back. There we go. A 9 and a 4.
You are held up. And are no good to me for like stalling the other scene. So now we're back to that scene.
16.
Okay. 16. After the young man doesn't ignore you, but addresses the Lord in front of you, his age, and the fact that he is from the Taiyan Empire. However, he wears the trappings of the Vinmark family. You actually have quite a bit in common with this young lord. He is adopted into a noble family, such as yourself. You are an Azamar, or an Azamar, some would say. You were not born into these Aspire family, you were adopted in. And just as this man was not born into the Vinmark Ulfin Viking type family, he was adopted for whatever reason. Both remain a mystery until we unravel certain cutscenes.
Well, he didn't ignore me. He did refer to me as lady.
True. But he was excusing, himself and cuts into view. Got to keep one eye on Zubari, so, you only half pay attention to the situation at hand. He's slippery.
First chance that she's looking the other way, I'm out.
Oh, no, you don't.
Young Leon, as he's known. Probably not to you. Your young lord, Jay, help me out here. I want to say Kubarashi Maru, but that's not right.
What?
Nothing.
That is not right.
Hey, somebody.
Akihiko?
Most people around town would know me as Leon. If
Leon
they were going to go
Vinmark?
my
Okay.
first name.
All right,
Leon Vinmark.
Okay. And a long name that everyone doesn't pronounce because common's not fun around here.
Well, after I make my declaration that I'm going to leave, I leave.
I mean,
And he does. We're
hanging off of Lord Gildervar trying to steady himself.
Oh, yes. Right.
Right, yes.
Local man whore. What are you going to do about the Fafal here who's abashedly gushing over you?
I will, I'll turn and place a hand on Fafal's shoulder and say, please. Clearly the lady has a task that she's been assigned to. Socializations can be taken at a different time.
Thank you, my lord.
I apologize.
Of course, I do apologize as well. My heart has gotten ahead of my brain. My dearest apologies, my lady.
And as they kind of trail off, I'll kind of turn Fafal, bring him in closer, arm over his shoulder. We must talk more about these lessons, Fafal, of court and of manners. When one is smitten, and then I'll slowly kind of trail off softly. Smitten by the looks of another woman, we must take
the odd couple music starts playing. Da, 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 da. Just enough of distraction. Acolyte Zubari, she's focused on those two. Out the door he goes. He turns around, he's gone. So with another quick nod and bow, she strides from the
Again,
room.
thank you, my lord. Gentlemen.
And Zubari is lost in the crowd. Leon, where are you off to?
Well, I was going to head off into probably the main court area. I haven't actually been able to interact with anyone beyond since coming here. I've been pretty distracted.
Mm-hmm.
I should at least look. I should at least interact with some.
Yes, because going alone with each of you, barely two together, has been working out so far. I had combat to bring you all together, so you move as one to the next social encounter, but now you're bleeding off again. But that's fine. No, that's fine. You know what? You're going into the main Senate area, and you see two people. A very large, homespun, shall we say, mountain man of a lord, and a young, red-haired, bewildered, very uncomfortable looking in his courtly attire, freckled young man who seems agape at everything going on around him, standing near the main stage. Knowledge, nobility, Leon. And while we're waiting on those rolls, Matt?
Yep.
What are you next to?
I got an 18 on the next one, and I need to roll again. Combat maneuver 14.
Dun dun dun. Like a snake, through the grass, through the wild, through the bushes. And then you come to, crap, you're trampling children in the, oh crap, we're back to reality, right, sorry. There was a time, not too long ago, when you were on patrol, and you were patrolling the halfling settlements.
Yes, I was.
And trying to keep the peace, and you run into some of the gnomes from Wistful that trade and are under the protection and guidance, so they don't chop down every tree, of the druids in the main forests.
Yep.
But gentlemen, before we continue any further, I want to speak of a pressing matter. Thanks to a good 900 XP from Season 0. And even though we're switching over to the milestone system, I proudly announced that you've all reached 2nd level.
Dun, 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 dun. I love 2nd level.
I'm here for this.
We're all here for this.
Down count at the moment.
Always left out.
Sorry. So, who took the time in the middle to level? Let's start with Leon. Leon needs a minute. Let's start with Winston.
Winston is leveled.
Yes, and what did you take a level in?
I took a level in Cavalier.
No, you don't say. Continue.
Yep.
Good for you. I mean, it is an all-Cavalier party. I mean, I'm not saying everyone has to get to like 10th level or anything. I certainly would hope you guys wouldn't ditch all your, vocations at 2nd level. But it's good
Certainly
to hear
not.
you're on the path. So, I know that we had promised a static hit point, and you obviously get your base attack going up. But what do you get for Fortitude, Reflex, Willpower in the Cavalier world?
I got an additional 1 Fortitude.
Okay, that's it.
Ooh. Yep.
Okay.
And skill points. I got skill points.
Okay.
And I spent them and took ranks in Handle Animal to improve my handling of the animals. And that was pretty much it.
What do you get at 2nd level for being a Cavalier?
Oh, yes. Oh, yes, of course. I got my first Cavalier ability that's awesome. It's called...
Now, it's been swapped out for your archetype, which is what?
The Order of the Paw Beast Rider.
Okay. So instead of the regular Cavalier stuff, which people are probably looking up right now.
Yep. I got an ability called Danger Ward, which allows me to warn my party or any party members within 30 feet of me of any impending danger, giving them a +4 bonus to a saving throw of my choice if they fail it, but they have to take the result of the new roll.
So how does this work? Your wolf reels up on hind legs and starts going, "Danger, Sir Wilson! Danger, Sir Winston! Danger, Winston Robinson!"
Nope.
Okay.
It's like Spidey sense. So, yay. I'm going to be doing some more, frontline scouting type stuff to aid my party in their endeavors.
Well, let me say that although Ryan has found himself busy and is only going to be appearing in probably half of the podcasts we normally had him in, Sir Bartholomew will return in the future, eventually. But for right now, Lord Varth.
Let's see. I also took a level in Cavalier.
Good for you, sir. Good for you.
A couple of skill points, which I deposited in Knowledge Nobility, +9. Hoot. Intimidate. You there, unshaven. Stop. A point and ride, and I think that's it. I don't get a whole lot of skill points.
Okay.
My Cavalier power is called By My Honor. So as long as I maintain my goodly alignment, I get a +2 to reflex saves.
Right on. And is this out of an archetype, or is this pure Cavalier?
This is Cavalier through the Order of the Sword.
Oh, right on. Moving down the line, Leon, Cavalier, Samurai number 3. Bartholomew would have took some military stuff, and our Samurai.
I took my Cavalier equivalent.
Yes.
Level 1 Samurai.
All right, fine.
Similarly, gained a couple skill points. I've been practicing out in the woods. That was helpful. I've also been making sure to sharpen my observation area skills.
Oh yeah, the time you were caught by the eco-terrorists. Good times, eh?
Good
How they got
times.
you were like practicing woodcraft out there and they just snuck up on you. Sorry.
Indeed.
All right.
And just given the amount of time I've spent brooding over what is and is not the right way to act, I've also gained the ability Honor in All Things.
Go on.
Well, it is the actual description. Draws strength from his sense of honor. Whenever the samurai makes a skill check or saving throw, he can call upon his honor as a free action to grant him a +4 morale bonus on the roll. You can use this ability once per day.
And can you like spam this around or like, and you are honorable too?
No, this is something that I can use in my own actions.
Okay.
So I just declare at one point this is by my own honor or something along those lines, and
Okay. For honor's sake, by my honor.
indeed.
And then you cut your sandwich perfectly, corner to corner. All right, that's good. That's a good bonus. All right. Fall. Now, we do know that you are not Cavalier, and we do know that you are currently in an extended cameo. But leveling is leveling, buddy, and you are here, so... And we know that you did some stuff back in Osirian that might have capped or possibly drained levels by the end. But for right now,
Possibly.
you were a what?
I was a Unchained Rogue Poisoner archetype,
All right.
Poisoner and Underground Chemist archetype.
Ooh, and where were you during the kitchen fiasco with the syringe and...
I was keeping Overwatch on Lady Trant.
That's true. That is true.
I was not called in for that specific mission.
Yeah, see, this is what I'm talking about, guys. You know, get it together, group up, you know, share skills. Nope.
Why
So
would
another
anyone
level.
trust Fall if they weren't the Guild of Voth?
He's got a point there.
Yeah.
Not wrong.
Varth's like trying to gun it to 6th level to get him as a cohort, and Fall's gonna be like, bye, see ya. No plans now. Yeah. Sorry, please continue.
So
Fall.
I took a second level in Unchained Rogue.
Yeah.
He sharpened his mind, his tongue, his alchemical interests, and his
Okay.
shadow.
All right. Can we have that in numbering, mathy, dicey, nerdy terms?
Okay, increased acrobatics, craft alchemy, disable device, diplomacy, bluff, knowledges of various sorts, stealth, sleight of hand. I don't know, Jeff.
Go you're on a roll. They're like, I took writing.
I'm
He's like,
I'm a rogue in a party of cavaliers.
Yeah,
I
okay.
have to be the skill monkey.
I know.
Well,
Well,
when
you're
he
only a
starts-
rental, but it's okay. All right.
When he starts listing off his skills, I feel like I like turtles.
Yeah. Just da-da-da-da-da.
I know, right? I was like, I got 4 skill points I can spend. Yay!
Hey, fighters only get 2. Be happy you're Cavalier. Anything else? Increase, improve, or denote about yourself, Fall?
Increase in reflex save. And at second level, an underground chemist is able to retrieve an alchemical item as if drawing a weapon. Add my intelligence modifier to damage dealt with splash weapons, including any splash damage, and half my level to craft alchemy checks.
Cool.
This actually replaces evasion.
Oh, okay. Well, that's not cool, but still.
Yeah, that is not cool at all.
I mean, my reflex save is still super high, though. So.
Yeah, like someone goes grenade, and instead of jumping out of the way, it goes off. And just like, wow, that was really, really, really big explosion. What happened? And Fall's dying breath is like, because I made it myself. Okay. Let's hear it for the
Pretty much.
archetype. Yeah. All right. So that's once around the party. Cheryl Ball, Rob Hammond, thanks again for doing cameo performances. And they're going to exit stage left for a moment. Gentlemen, I want to talk to you about what happens next. Leon heading into the Senate alone. Lord Varth and Fafal finishing up a question about sort of a formal birds and the bees kind of chat in the corner. Winston, you make it back to Junior Senator Dow
Excellent.
and finish delivering the missives, as it were.
Woo.
Okay. Now, you still got to track down Duke Cementus,
Yes, Cementus.
right? And he's also someone on our hit list. Someone you guys were supposed to schmooze. Now you come
Assassinate?
back. No. Excuse me. Depending if he's pro or con primogeniture, I guess maybe Fafal could slip something in his drink. But it depends on what kind of angle we want to play here.
Okay.
You guys are at a party. And
Do
are
I
kind of
have-
doing the political game. Wait till book 2 when you guys are like seriously doing the spy game. But I will promise jousting. There will be jousting in the second book. I can tell you that.
Excellent.
Yep.
I like jousting.
And chariot races. But I don't think you're going to like that, Winston. But I digress.
Oh,
So-
Winston might. Barkley certainly wouldn't.
We'll see. We shall see, sir.
I already got the cart.
Yeah. Or somebody remember he said that. I got a cart. I'll join this chariot race. Yep. We'll see. So you head off, or do you want to go with these boys?
Where am I looking for?
In the archive, like right
Cementist.
here, in the main archive. You guys are in that back room again, so back
Well,
up.
how about on my way back, I see if I can locate him
Sure.
so that I can end my missive delivery
And then, yeah.
with the party.
Come back and pull off your Amazon coat. No, I don't have a package for you this time. I'm other business with my friends. Sure. Can perception check, sir?
You certainly can. Can I see?
Perceive.
What do I perceive? 20. Lots of things.
Lots of things?
Yes, I got a 20. I'm sure I see plenty.
Yeah, no, you spot a man fitting his description.
Excellent.
Lord Clementis, as we... Duke Leonard Cementis.
Cementis.
Is actually a half-elf, and I would describe him as looking somewhat Hawaiian, actually, with stark black hair slicked back, chubby cheeks. He's put on some weight since his young fall days, shall we say. He had quite the reputation. Knowledge, nobility, sorry.
Da-ba-da-da. 4. Nothing, Jon Snow.
Yes, exactly. And suddenly the two guards come up and drag the narrator away because he said too much already. But there he is. Pretty sure that's him.
Pretty sure that's him.
Round
So
face, a few extra pounds.
I will approach. Is he engaged in conversation or anything?
He is, and the man sits in a mechanical chair that's mounted on wheels for mobility.
Interesting. Look at Barkley. Watch yourself, boy. If you don't behave, I've got options.
Barkley seems happy about this. He does the shoulder roll. Off you go.
Of course he would.
Starts grabbing Lord Clementis by the ankle and dragging his butt out of the chair. Sorry about my wolf, sir. He really wants to me to use that chair. Hey, yeah. How embarrassing for Lady Lothide and the rest of the clan. If only we'd played proper Cavaliers.
So I will approach. Was it Duke? Cementis?
Duke Leonard Centimus.
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 Yeah.
Yes, Duke Leonard Centimus. So I will approach, and not getting off of Barkley, but I'll bow as low as I can without dumping myself on the floor.
Okay. Barkley's dying to make that happen. Kind of a riding check. Barkley tries to dump you on the floor.
Sure.
No, I'm just kidding.
But I'm good at it.
So, you have a message for him.
Yes, I bow as low as I can.
Duke Cementis, I have a missive for you.
Okay.
Hand it over.
He thanks you, excuses himself for a moment from company, breaks the seal, looks it over, and kind of nods pleasantly and seems content at whatever information he receives.
Okay.
Okay.
Is there a reply, sir?
Lord. I don't know. Is it Duke's a lord, right? Yeah.
Yeah, sure. My dukedom. No, that'll do. And he just tucks it away.
Perfect.
Now, when you're done doing the circuit, Lady Lothide did want you to come back to her and pick up some extra things and do a couple extra runs. Yeah. She didn't just like dump you with a bunch of paper and, it was a lot of back and forth to her.
Okay.
So you're pretty sure you got one more.
Okay.
So spam me those rolls, buddy.
Oh boy. Here we go. Come on.
Back to Lothide, up into the gallery.
7.
Okay.
21.
Okay.
Another 21. And a 4, which was actually a natural
Takes you a
1.
while to get out of the archive, but once you get back on that set of floor, the area which you viewed, and dun-dun-dun-dun, don't forget your +2s.
Oh, yes, of course.
Back to Lady Martella Lothide. Asks you to run a file folder, which she borrowed, back to the archives and, discreetly place it back into the filing cabinets in the back room.
Oh, discreetly. Okay. I will
She
do my
borrowed
best.
it. She borrowed it. So.
Like borrowed it with the air quotes?
Yeah.
Okay.
At once, my lady.
2 more rolls, buddy. We're so close.
All right. Here I go. You can do it. 12 and a 10.
Okay.
And those are +2 each, so that'd be 14 and 12.
All right. So again, burning lots of time, finally getting there, and to penalize you with some of those crap rolls, we're going to say that that Winston is kind of counted out of the next big 15-minute, or not even, maybe even 2, big schmooze for the lords.
Sure.
Unless you guys go after the Duke. So, Leon is in the main Senate, eyeballing two possible targets, unless you want to do something else. Fafal and Varth in the back room, emerging. Last boot to those sycophants. What are you guys doing back there? Lord Varth, Fafal?
We've got all that done. I mean, I'll turn to Fafal. Is there anything else that we need to be working on? You know, our assignment, as it were, didn't exactly go as well as planned. Perhaps we can make amends in some other direction.
Oh, our first assignment was successful.
Yeah, you guys stole lots of stuff. Way to go.
I was able to complete my task with no issues. Then we were moving on to your task, which was actually listening in on Lord Pytharius, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, but it didn't go as well as we had hoped. So perhaps we should mingle, as it were.
Well, you do have some people that you gotta, supposedly schmooze.
Perhaps you should go schmooze with the other lords, because he had seen you with Sir Bartholomew, and they do not seem fans of each other.
No.
I believe might have tarnished your reputation in his eyes.
Well, I'm afraid Lord Pytharius dislikes most things that don't, look like him.
That's very true, but he doesn't have to see me for me to be close and listen to him.
Well enough.
While you guys scope the place initially and have literally been from one end to the other, I am allowed legally to portray where some of our markers are standing. Up in the gallery near Lothid, we have the Countess Abrielle Pace, that we were supposed to find out which way she swayed and hopefully learn more about her and do some swaying ourselves. In the Senate, a tall, mountainous man, Baron Nicholas O'Cara. Also, we have Kaibo from Breezy Creek, Eyes of Wonder. And we have Duke Leonard Cementis in a wheelchair in the archives. Our big, that we're supposed to sway, get some points, and do the socialiting with. So, shall we party up, gather resources, or just solo it like we've been doing so well? So,
I mean, I'm going to be solo.
Okay.
With Pytharius.
Let's go after okay, then I'll make my way up towards the balconies and go after the lady.
Countess.
The Countess, see if I can find out which way she, find the cut of her jib.
The kitchens are unlikely. There's the main Senate. You guys were in the archives. So let's say the kitchens, the Senate, not the archives, but the, well, no, I guess the archives, it's not exactly the background. So the archives, there's the Senate, the archives, the arcade, the court. There's 6 rooms. Okay. So, Zubari, can you roll for me a d6 to find out where you wandered off to and are lying low and trying to avoid your, being lorded over by counts and ladies and such that are take offense or trying to, you really do feel you are getting the sort of guided tour and not getting the real experience you wanted to take.
They're trying to show me what they want, not what I want.
That's right. And I will also have Ladies Aspire roll a d6 in our wanderings. And every time we change a scene or a person, we'll have you guys roll 6. And this is where these two keep popping up in the party. And they're around. You could possibly spot them, call upon them again, but they're not necessarily there to act with you on their own accord. They're just at the party for you guys to possibly interact with. So, getting back to Leon. Baron Okra, Kaibo Breezy Creek, or, back to the party for backup.
Well, I rolled Knowledge Nobility.
Oh, let's have it.
That was a Knowledge Nobility of 22.
Okay, that's good. Handsome bear of a man, Baron Nikolai Okara. This guy. He stands a head taller than the crowd, and he's starting to show his age with flecks of white on the back of his black hair and beard, but he does retain a youthful smile and his gentle eyes. He's known to like doing the tournament circuit. He's a bit of a celebrity there. Stern leader. He's also considered to be one of Taldor's chief defenders of law and order. So he's not someone that dicks around with pomp and circumstance. And he's something like this, although he's charming and down to earth, this is the kind of place that he probably would not rather be.
Okay.
To influence the man, you need, something else. A couple of checks from a slightly different field. He likes the law, knowledge local. He's open to, he has an open mind about things, and he's worried about what's going to happen. So, he's obviously, bluff, diplomacy, that kind of thing.
Okay. And I had, but before I make my decision, I had a Knowledge Nobility of 22 on the young, sprightly redhead.
Kaibo from Breezy Creek is this year's Exaltation winner. Soon he'll be set upon that stage and gushed over by the Grand Prince Stavian himself. A fine tapestry weaver from a charming little family up north from Breezy Creek, if that wasn't already obvious. Their family is rumored that not only have they spent every scrap and personal bit of wealth just to send the boy to the big city and put him in these fine monkey suit clothing, that, well, the boy is a little bit overwhelmed. And I must say, he could probably use a friend about this time. A lot of nobles, before he has been officially announced, possibly guess that he's up for it, but also guess maybe he's not worthy of it, and are kind of avoiding him. Reddish mop of a hair, tiny little sprite of a beard chin, and the goatee thing going on there as he begins his path, the bearded. He obviously wears his clothes uncomfortably, and he's constantly fidgeting and scratching at his neck. But his hairstyle and sun-baked face all but set him apart. And he does have a broad and genuine smile. What do you want to do? Is this recon, or you going in?
I think for now I will head closer to the Lord and listen in for a natural spot I can potentially join in the conversation.
With whoever he's speaking?
Yes.
People are talking about the letter of the law with him. They are discussing primogeniture, which everyone's talking about, and he kind of pointedly avoids, putting his foot down one way or the other. So again, as Lothid suspected, he still might be swayed. Lord Varth, where'd you wander off to?
I think I was going after the lady in the balcony. Was it?
Yes.
I forget her name.
Knowledgeability. The Countess, Aria Pace.
Oh, Pace. Okay.
Yep. Knowledgeability there. Zubari, that D6, where did you get to?
Okay.
Followed up by your captor. Protector. Lady Zespire.
Where did my dice go?
I got a 22 knowledge nobility.
Yes. The Countess, Aria Price.
A 3.
All right. D6, Lady Zespire. Let's talk about the Countess. Well, I can tell you that she's a member of the Senate from the western borders of Taldar. She has, it's rumored, I'm not going to say it's confirmed, but some people whisper that she's very aggressive and could possibly try to advance her own position in the Senate by any means available. Her ridiculously noble clothing and fine jewelry set the Countess apart from any other Taldan. Her face is usually in a smile, though you've seen it quickly turn into a sneer when people sort of correct her or she loses control of the conversation as you approach. Her hair is short and well kept, and kept in a brown bun, locked back, very stylized.
Okay.
But countesses are powerful people, and finding out where she stands, or perhaps swaying her again toward Lothid's side for Princess Eutropia, valuable.
So, does she look like she's engaged with anyone?
Yep.
And I'll just kind of move up and kind of listen into the conversation, interjecting when it's appropriate.
Okay.
So, what does it seem like they're talking about? Because I want to steer the conversation if I can.
They're talking about fashion covering up. They're talking about primogeniture. So, if a woman becomes the lady of the land, would she set fashion trends, and would they change what all the Taldarian Northern women are wearing? Now, here's a woman who wears very gauche clothing, very gauche, right? And Princess Eutropia is stylized, but dresses like a British lady, has that finery, has that very styled conservative, look in her clothing. Besides the royal jewelry she wears, where, shall we say, a sort of Madame Antoinette style, going on here in front of you.
So I'll, take a sip of my drink as I'm standing there, and I'll just kind of chime in. Yes, I suspect if primogeniture follows through, that courtly fashion will take a slight turn towards the more intricate. The tailors and teachers will certainly have their work cut out for them.
Okay.
And I'll nod towards the Countess.
Okay. A look of disdain and sneer crosses her face, looking you head to toe, but not eyes lighting up, recognizing the crest, the order, or the family. She covers it, though, instead of saying, "Who are you?" because she should know these things. Countess is supposed to know everything. She says something a little bit more akin to,
"It is proper etiquette, young sir, to introduce oneself before barreling into any ongoing conversation."
Yeah. Let's see here. How will I respond? So I will apologize and bow deeply.
Okay.
My apologies, Countess. While many are known to me, I realize that my standing is not quite so known to others. I am of very little importance comparatively. My name is Samish Gilderbarth Stephian, the Lord of Blackwater. Well, thrice or more removed from the throne, granted, but still.
No, it's welcome.
Yes. Young Lord's trying to bring back the worship of Sarenrae, and everyone's kind of giggling, here in the city. Well, good luck with that.
But still, she's had her fun, and etiquette demands that she doesn't just snub you. She extends her hand with a fan folded up still in it.
And says, "A pleasure, my lord. Kisses for you. It's for you."
And she just starts smacking the side of your beard with her little fan. Hurry up. Come on, you're making us both look bad. Let's go.
I'll lean in, obviously, and then do what the situation demands. Kiss the fan, whatever.
All right.
Kiss the...
Lightly touching the glove with your bearded lips and snatches away and the fan in front of her, like a maiden, and the others laugh. The joke's kind of lost on you. Something's going on that happened in the capital. Fall. Making your way back to the arcade to Pytharius.
Yes.
He's not here where you left him. You actually got to search. So while you're doing that, going room to room to room, Zubari, where did you end up?
As I said, I rolled a 3. Where did I end up?
Okay, that's fine. I would put you in the courtyard. And Ladies Espire, rolling a 2. I'd put you in the actual Senate itself, closing in. Can I have another roll? These are static rolls that's been going on. So have you both rolled D6 again?
Yep. 1.
Moving into the arcade, you see young Fafal headed that way. Your last patient kind of enters the room.
I can't help it. I follow him.
Okay.
Discreetly.
Yeah, no, then you pop up in the arcade. All the trophies and awards and things won by the nation on display for the Senate here. Very nice. You saw this coming in for the main doors, but you weren't given much chance to loiter. Somebody suddenly grabbed you up going, "Oh, you must meet so-and-so." 3 rooms away, right? You must have gone about this. Ladies Espire, D6. 1. Ha ha! Pop up in the arcade. Well, if he's not in the Senate, he might have gone to the courtyard. And this key-shaped building, in the back, there's several rooms you got to cover either way. But if he gets into the bottleneck, you follow him and you think you just missed him, it's like, do you double back? You go forward. You go forward. You go into the arcade. Perception all around. Fall perception. Again, looking for Maxillar Pytharius. Zubari perception, keeping a mark on Fafal, but to see who pops up behind you. And Ladies Espire perception to find your quarry.
A 3.
Okay. Follow the blue man. Follow the blue man. Yep, it's all good. Follow the blue man.
I got a 14.
You do not see Maxillar. You're pretty sure he's not here. But entering the room, standing slightly above the crowd, that sandy, blonde, strawberry hair, winged helm shield in one hand, much like a Valkyrie of old, striding into the room and standing stock politely out of everyone's way, but in the doorway, scanning the room methodically, looking for something or someone.
Well, it seems she couldn't keep herself away from me.
I guess.
I'll give her a little wave.
Okay.
9.
9. Okay. She looks right past you like you're not there, but also fails to see Zubari, who happily is leaning in and looking at this magnificent crossbow. And the plaque on it says, and then all of a sudden, an event occurs. Time's up. Oh, don't worry, there'll be more social rounds, coming. There are several in between. But every once in a while, this damn little adventure pops up with the next and the next and the next. We had Eutropia's speech. You guys checked in with Lothid. She sent you after Trant. We dealt with the Sycophants, and now we're poking around, burning a bunch of time. Late in the evening, suddenly silence falls. It's so sudden, preceded with the, you guys can't help stop what you're doing and look over and notice. Those 3 of you in the arcade, through the front doors, the crowd completely parts. Servants unroll a large, wide, red with gold trimmed carpet through the Arcade of Triumphs and all the way to the Senate floor, and Grand Prince Stavian III and a host of his Elfin Guard arrive, ascending the 100 steps through the arcade, through onto the Senate, and disappear back out the other sort of close, not the back of the Senate. They come into the Senate, and then he kind of just comes back out that other door and into those little rooms. And the Elfin Guard they basically, while he goes to the Senate, They form a wall blocking one side. The rest follow him into the Senate. He curves around the wall, goes into the, A5, that room where it happens area, and another wall of Elfin Guard sealing and booting everybody out. And there's just that big sort of like, okay, just briskly move towards the Emperor Hall, and it's closed, obviously, by the wall of Vikings, the Elfin Guard. Some turmoil, obviously. People are like, oh my god, type of thing. And then we go back to socializing. But don't worry, a light supper is coming next time on Dice Before Dishonor.